Hello, everybody. Welcome to day 130 of Reseller Reflections, a day in the life of a full-time reseller supporting her family. All right, it is Wednesday, October 16th, 2024, and we did not meet our sales goal. Not even close today. Yeah. All right. So start over from zero. I thought we were going to have a streak here going, but it didn't happen today. I don't know what happened. What are people doing today? Why aren't they shopping? I don't know. Just one of those days, I guess. And that was across all platforms pretty much. I mean, there were some sales. I can't say it was like a no sales day, but we're about let's see, yeah, almost exactly half of what I expect what my goal is for the day. So hopefully we make it up in the coming days. All right, because we've been listing like crazy. I am reset to zero. The shipping is done, which, wasn't hard this afternoon. All right, and everything is reset to zero, meaning my workspace is cleaned up. I am done for the evening. I might take my laptop upstairs and do a couple of things. I've been working on some old eBay listings, trying to modify and relist them with a couple modifications, trying to just chip away at that. When you have 12,000 listings, it's a large task. Some of them are very old and need to be redone. Some of them I just need to donate the items. So I've been trying to do about 5 or so a day. Some of them need new photos. And when I met with the eBay growth advisor, shout out Nick Brown. Thank you very much. He was helpful, and that is one of the things he recommended was to look at the older listings. The stale and stagnant listings is what eBay calls them, and to just chip away at them a little bit at a time, revise them, and that is what I'm doing. I was on a kick there where, after I met with him last year, I was, doing it a little more wholeheartedly, and but there's just not enough time, right? Because consignment is a very forward moving business. I have new consignments coming in all the time. I do not have time to look at the old listings, and sometimes that doesn't really serve me well. It serves me more to process the incoming and concentrate on the new ones. But he said it is good for your store and your growth and your metrics to do that. So I'm just going to invest a little time here and there and make it happen a little bit at a time. All right. So joining me on the Reset to Zero challenge are Jill of Rusted Truck Relics, Jason the Santee Swapper, Char Fabulous Flamingos, Kathy Singz, Nick Mr. C Chats, Vanessa Brightest Holidays, the Diabetic Reseller, Judith R, and Pam of Whimsy and Such. Thank you guys for doing this and keeping me accountable. Hopefully you appreciate that I'm keeping you accountable as well, because it's been 130 days. I mean, some of you joined a little later, but even for those of you that joined a little bit later in the challenge, you've still been doing it for a significant amount of time, and it's pretty amazing. Pam reported in that, yes, it has absolutely migrated to other areas of her home. And yes, all right. So that was exciting. I was so happy to hear that feedback, because that's what has been happening to me. Other areas of my workspace, especially my home, I pretty much do that every day regardless, but my workspace, not so much. But it's getting better and better all the time, every day, a little bit better. All right. So I want to talk a little bit about disappointment today. And maybe not in the way you anticipate, but something happened this morning. Like, I woke up this morning. So last night, I went to bed and I was just tired. I didn't do all the things that I wanted to do that I had on my list. It was, I was disappointed, and but I needed a break, right? I needed a break. I couldn't put any more effort in last night. So I just went to bed without having all the things done. And I was reset to zero, just in case you're wondering about that. I didn't make that up. when I was on here on day 129, I really was reset to 0. But there were other things like the listing time, some of the things on my slight edge list, I just didn't complete them. And I felt like I was behind. And I felt that same way when I woke up this morning, and I felt not kind of, I felt disappointed. And I thought, well, I just kept thinking, oh, I should have, oh gosh, like, how am I going to make this up? And so Molly calls me, which she does a lot in the mornings before our motivation in minutes. And she told me exactly, she said, I didn't get what I needed to do done yesterday. I'm just feeling really, and so we kind of chatted for a kind. I said, you're not going to believe this, but I was having this, because I don't often feel like this. I've said I was having the same exact kind of morning where I was just like, oh gosh, I'm really disappointed in myself. I can't believe I didn't do this. And I was beating myself up and just wondering, how the day was. And it was definitely changing my attitude toward the day. It was just making me like dread the day almost, and just like start from such a negative place. So we decided, you know what? We're going to blaze through this day. We're just going to look forward, right? The past is the past. It's done. How many times have we said that on here? And, whatever I did yesterday really doesn't impact how I move through the day today. Yes, it does mean that I have a little more work to do today, but that's okay because I took a break and I have the energy to do it. So, why am I worrying so much about it? Why am I bringing myself down with those negative feelings? Why are we doing that to ourselves? Why are we just it has nothing positive to contribute to our mindset. It has nothing positive to contribute to the work we're going to do today. It is what it is. The past has happened. We can't change it. Can't go back and fix yesterday. I can just do the best I can today. And that's where we landed. And Molly and I both had the word. Actually, Samantha had it too. Was blaze was our word of intention today. And that's what we did. We blazed through the day. We had a come list with us, and we listed with our friends. And it was just really, really good. And I'm so glad I made that decision to, look up and not really worry about yesterday, not feel disappointed in yesterday, not waste any emotional energy on that. Just move forward and do the best I can today, because that's all we can do. All right. So that's about disappointment. If you're disappointed in yourself, if you're disappointed in something you did in the past, in previously, don't waste the energy on it. I mean, the best thing you can do is, if you have a day like that, ask yourself why. Look back with curiosity. Well, why did that happen yesterday? Should I have done something differently? Next time I feel like that, should I do something differently? I did that. I landed on the fact that no, absolutely not. I was tired. I needed a break. And that was exactly what should have happened. In the past, I've looked back and said, all right, well, you know what? I got distracted. I was, let's say, yesterday was a day where I, I don't know, stopped and sat on the couch and ate bonbons, like as if that ever happens in our lives. But, and that would be something I would say, all right, well, why did I do that? That was not a great choice. But just look back with curiosity and see if there's something you would do different. If you lost your focus, if or your attention was elsewhere, why? Was it justified? Would you do it again? If you don't want to do something like that again, what would you do to fix it? All right. So those are the thoughts on disappointment. But it's not necessary. Look back if you must, with curiosity, and decide if you would want to change it for the next time, and put those triggers in place for yourself. I did really, as I said yesterday, want to talk about regret. I was listening to Mel Robbins' podcast, and she was talking about regret and processing that. So I'm going to actually link this up, because if you guys listen to it, actually, go ahead, listen to it. I think it's pretty powerful. and definitely something to think about. So I've been thinking about that. And I do have, two very big regrets that I have really never talked about. And I'm considering doing that here on, on Reseller Reflections. I just have to kind of wrap my head around it and decide if it's something I want to put out there, if I'm at a place where I think that it can serve someone, if it will touch someone and help someone avoid maybe the regret um, of decisions like this, or connect with somebody. Because in the episode she says, and you're going to hear this, that putting it out there helps you to move forward. It also helps you to feel not so alone. It's like anything, right? Like a support system is so important. And, now I'm in a place where I can, you know, use these things for good. Um, I just have to make sure I wrap my brain around it and do that. And Rory Vaden in the podcast with Lewis Howes that I talk about all the time. Maybe I'll just go ahead and I'm going to link that one up too, because I keep referring back to it. They say when something happens to you or something happens in your life, make it for a cause for good, right? So you can help somebody else. So you can be the support for somebody else. So I'm going to link both of those up. Go check them out, listen to them. So that way, when I am talking to you about regret, you'll know what the heck I'm referring to and why I think it's important to look at and share these things. All right, everyone. I will see you on day 131 of Reseller Reflections. Have a great night. Bye-bye.